Well, it's been a long day without you, my friend. But I'll tell you more about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from when we first begun. And I'll tell you more about it when I see you again. Well, damn, who knew all of these planes flying through? And all of the poison that's raining on down, and all of the harm it would do. With tears in our eyes, we all fall and we rise, and then we all stand in our truth. And I just can't wait, my friends, to keep fighting this war with you. To keep fighting this war with you. Well, damn, who knew all these planes flying through, and all of the poison that's raining on down, and all of the harm they would do. With tears in our eyes, we both fall and we rise, and then we both stand in our truth. And I just can't wait to keep fighting this war with you. To keep fighting this war with you, my friend. And side by side, we both march into war. With love in our hearts and faith in our strength, we both know for sure this war's already won. And we both know what to do. We'll stand here and fight in our truth. And my friend, I'm so proud to be fighting this war with you. To be fighting this war with you. Well, it's been a long day without you, my friend. But I'll tell you more about it when I see you again. We've come a long way than when we first met, and I'll tell you more about it if I ever see you again. I'll see you again one day, my friends.
Morgellons patients.
We don't know yet whether it's contagious.
Dr. Casey says all her patients exhibit the same types of lesions and scars. She says they are definitely not self-inflicted.
They all appeared to be eruptions more than scratched areas on their skin.
Dr. Casey has taken numerous fiber samples and says they're unlike anything she's ever seen.
They are not textile. They are not any known substance.
Dr. Casey was amazed by the mysterious fiber on Brian's hand and decided to have it tested. She tugs on it, but the fiber holds firm. Finally, it comes loose.
We took the whole plug of skin with it.
Dr. Casey and her colleague, Dr. Randy Wymore, take the samples to Tulsa's crime lab.
Morgellons fibers are not any known textile, cotton or rayon or nylon, not any of those.
What's more, the fibers don't burn when exposed to high heat.
Have you ever done a fiber that didn't vaporize completely other than the Morgellons fiber?
No.
Many in the medical community are nonetheless skeptical, but people who say they have Morgellons are desperate.
Look at the evidence. That's all we ask. Look at the evidence.
And not exactly sure where it's coming from. So let's go to, it looks like, welcome to Troubled Minds, Lisa in Texas, am I right?
That's correct. How are you?
Doing very well. Welcome to the show. You're on with Mike and Daryl. Go right ahead. What do you know about this Morgellons?
Well, I actually have Morgellons disease, and I don't really know if I want to call it a disease. I think there's other elements to this as well, and I would have to agree with a lot of what I've heard this evening about the parasitic portion of it. I believe there's also a fungal portion of it. I literally contracted it. I don't even know what happened. I know I was down at the river. I am an artifact hunter, and I was at the Brazos River, and I just remember having this black tarry goo on my hands that I could not get off from digging artifacts.
Well, here we go. We're here to help each other, our brothers and our sisters, but
This is what it means to be set apart. Like, I don't see me of this world anymore. I'm just in it. I'm in it. And I see the world for what it really is. And for people that are just awake, like Candy and I's conversation the other day is still in my mind when she said, our job is to wake them up. But it is exhausting. So anybody that's going through this right now, this is a hard place to be because nobody's going to believe you. And I already know when I say something, I go over in my mind what it sounds like when I'm going to say something. Like in my mind, I'm already saying, that's Sheila. That is so out there, right? I already know I sound crazy. Just take the time to do what I do. I don't believe anything. I look it up. It's not that I don't want to not believe you. It's just that I have to see it myself. In this world full of all this stuff, you need true discernment, and it's on you to find it.
You got to be your own fact checker. You hear me? You got to be your own fact checker.
That's right. That's right. And boy, these
fact checker is never going to tell you the truth, by the way. Like, come on now, it's not rocket science.
But it's so true. And it is exhausting because you get frustrated. And Kenny and I talked about that yesterday, and I know that me and Lisa have. The most frustrating thing for all of this, our own families, because we love them and we don't want to give up on them. The sad thing is they gave up on us.
Itching and pain and horrible. And so when it started physically getting better, it was like I was in a coma for 40 years and I woke up and I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, who I was, what kind of personality I was supposed to have, who I was supposed to care about, what I was supposed to be doing. I did not even know myself. And like I said, I thought of it as being in a coma for 40 years and waking up going, what is going on around me? When I was in the shower and I was bathing and I'm standing in the shower and I'm washing my body and I started shaking. I couldn't breathe and I had to grab onto the towel blower and I was like, what is wrong with me? You know, I'm like, why am I feeling this way? I feel so empty. And what I was missing was the lesions and the pain. For the first time in 20 years, I took a shower without screaming.
We are walking a line of a world that we're not in it. Okay, we're not in it, but we're still trying to have a life with our families and a life with this.
It shouldn't be too much to ask.
See, our family won't come into our world, and we wouldn't want them to. I don't want to scare anybody here with Morgellons. Not everybody that has Morgellons goes through the spiritual demon nastiness. They don't. They go through a whole lot of WTF moments, because none of this should be happening to our bodies. I went to nursing school. This should not be happening. I know anatomy. This should not be happening. And we all know that. Even if you're just a mom, you know that. Even if you live 25, 40 years, 50 years, you know it. I will tell you, you will not get through this without God.
Amen. You gotta think outside the box, number one. But number two, it is man-made, all of it is. God didn't do this. This is Satan's world. We're living here. He is incorporated his life in every way possible, through the monetary system, the banking system, the need to have material and physical things, the need to do this and self-satisfy and never be happy or content with anything at all, because we're used to getting. What I'm trying to say is, if anyone would just throw their hands up in the air, come to that point where like can't do it anymore, and
surrender.
Just reach out and ask God, He will 100% give yourself the faith to have in Him. And I'm telling you, He will be the reason you get back up every time. We're shown these hard times because we are not of this world, of the physical world. We're dying to live. But we find ourselves being human at the end of the day, and it's easy to fall into that and let the world bring us down. And that's also very hard on your health
So fight it to the best of your ability. Cut the negativity out of our lives the best we can. That's why you're here, because He has faith in you, and He knows that bringing you here will help you find Him, because you have something big to do. That's why you're here, because He has faith in you, and He knows that bringing you here will help you find Him, because you have something big to do.
Bobby says, I have many a message to send to many people. And I thank you, ladies. No better yet. I love and thank you. I can't tell you how much you minister to me. God sent you beautiful spirits to minister to me tonight. I am so, so blessed you're praying. We got this. And
We
again,
do got this, Bobby. Right.
I know that you can't go to your family, but you have a new family now. You have a new family, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Well, it's been a long day without you, my friend. But I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we begun, and I'll tell you more about it when I see you again. But I'll tell you more about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from when we first begun, and I'll tell you more about it when I see